What's poppin', everybody? This is Roll54. Gonna show you guys some matches in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel today with a new deck, and it's going to be Relinquished, the ritual one. Now, some fun trivia for you guys. Relinquished might actually be the oldest deck that was good. It wasn't the best, but it was a good deck for sure. From 2002 till today, you could say. It's actually a decent deck, like tier 3 deck, perhaps tier 4 deck. I don't know, maybe tier 3, let's just say that. But it's good because this guy can make dual use of anti-meta cards like kaijus. So you use the kaijus to get rid of your opponent's cheating ass cards, and you can steal them with Relinquished, and you basically lost nothing. You got the bonus. So it's pretty good. That's why it can be pretty sweet when it works. Kind of predictable, but nice when it works. So anyway, my opponent is using Gravekeepers. He brought out this Gravekeeper Fusion dude, which it does some stuff, but it doesn't really protect him from, well, Relinquished, I think. Um, and it has Necro Valley too, which it might affect this. I mean, it's gonna affect the monster born in my hand, but so far we don't need to use it. So stole the dude, it did a little bit of damage, and so far so good. I mean, it's a good thing, that dude searches that continuous spell card he just played, but they don't play it down. Otherwise, this would have been some really serious cheating shit. But yeah, Gravekeeper is also a good anti-meta deck, I guess you could say. I mean, I say good, but it's always the luck of the draw with what your opponent does. I mean, these days with modern Yu-Gi-Oh, depending on what your opponent does, you can't do anything no matter what thing you packed in your deck. But at least with the kaijus, I guess if you can get rid of one of our opponent's cheating monster that negates everything, then you could do something with Relinquished. But anyway, this guy scoops. It says connection failed, but I'm pretty sure he just scooped out of frustration. Couldn't believe that he lost to Relinquished with Gravekeepers. But anyway, on to game two. My opponent gonna play down this field spell, pop something, and grab something. I believe that's, I don't know what these cards do anyway. And I should mention too that this is a fully Relinquished deck based on the original Relinquished ritual. I don't have any of the restrict fusion. I don't have, well, basically that guy, just the fusion, and Thousand Eyes restrict. It's based on the ritual. I do have like the other restrict support cards, but it's all about the ritual for this deck. Okay, gonna get rid of the annoying Baron de Flirt for the Kaiju here, which is great. It just goes to show you you can put in work if you can make this sort of play. Exactly what I need to do. It's just a matter of, are you going to have it at the right time? And I'm using this one, like the dark one, because I'm running Allure of Darkness in this deck too, obviously. And you can allure it away if everything else fails. I also kind of hate the bug one, like the moth one, but it is what it is. I did manage to get like the sea turtle one, the 3K one, which is a super rare. But anyway, we cleared off our opponent's field, did a lot of damage with Relinquished, and now he kind of needs to work to break my small board, I guess just one monster. We'll see what he does. But he scooped, okay. I don't really like the Sword Soul shit too, just some more cheating cards that summon broken ass boss monsters for free. In the first place, Baron de Flirt should not have been printed with all those broken effects on one card that is easy as hell to summon. I mean, Void Ogre Dragon is a card that got released, I think, in around 2013. It needs a dark tuner, it needs a specific requirement, and you can only like get a spell or trap card if you got no hand. So it's like an Infernity type card. So what the hell? Why are they printing these monster negation cards that do everything for free and have multiple effects? You can pop a card, negate a card. Crazy. Anyway, this guy is using Aging Gears, this third dude here, and he did not make a good play. I mean, playing first, yeah, if you can't make any other play, you do want to summon Howitzer, poke a little bit, and it's a monster that floats. But I'm pretty sure he didn't use, like he discarded Ancient Gear Wyvern. I believe I saw that right. If you got Wyvern, you definitely summon that guy if you play first. get your plus, get your double search if you run Ancient Gear box, which you should. Now he's going to summon him and get Ancient Gear fusion. But he didn't make a good play, in my opinion, as an Ancient Gear player that knows what he's doing. So, okay, I mean, it's still going to be rough because things like Howitzer we can't steal with Relinquished. Um, I had to just kill him by battle. And I brought out this Lightsworn Synchro, forget its name, I think Michael, that's right, from the 2014 Lightsworn Structure deck. Great structure deck, those were good times. I can banish a card, which is good. You just pay a life point cost, you don't even got to discard. So it's an excellent card. I mean, banish, remove from play. It's going to go through a lot of cards that float when they go to the graveyard, so it's nice. And we can actually have access to him in this deck. So that's good. Don't have too many generic, great synchros. But I did manage to get Black Rose Dragon at the very least, the original one, so that's good. I just got him yesterday, actually. Alright, so getting rid of the dudes. This guy's using Ancient Gears, and it looks like he's running some of the, I think the Train Infinite Track stuff too, which is something you could do. I'm gonna poke him for a lot of damage here, and I mean, I don't think he can really do much here. I mean, I gotta be discarding some of my own cards with Michael's effect, but it's all good as long as we have control over the game. And this guy surrendered as well. I mean, you did pretty bad, my friend. It would have been bad if I didn't win. Okay, and let's see what this guy's gonna do. Resonator cards. So when I see resonators, it's almost always the red demon dragon archetype. Getting those dudes out that basically just built themselves. You get out this Red Rising Dragon, he grabs the tuners himself. It's not as bad as the Junk Speeder, but it's close. And you can bring out the big Red Demon Synchros, like the level 9, level 10s, the hot red one, that are supposed to be more difficult to get out, but instead they're just easier. Okay, so it gains a lot of life points, and it's going to bring the dude out right now. So another Red Rising Dragon, got two of them. Jesus. Summon more tuners, and is gonna go for the big dude. I think it's like the level 12 dude or something. Red Supernova Dragon, which, I mean, it lives up to the name. Broken effects, considering you can just, like, this guy got him out so easily. It has a million broken effects that you just can't really win unless you deal with him with a kaiju like I did here. Which is just perfect. I mean, just putting the work. If I did not have the kaiju, I wasn't winning this game. I wasn't doing anything in this game, I should say. I was just going to be stuck right there. You can't do anything. Okay, so gonna get rid of the synchro here. And right now, because I got rid of the dude with the kaiju, I'm feeling pretty good. Once they just use the resources to bring the dude out. I mean, he can do this again because all of the cards float and what have you, but it's going to be a bit harder, let's say. I mean, he lost some resources doing that. So here he goes, Red Rising Dragon once again. Degenerate, same old stuff. Cards and decks that build themselves. This is how Martin Yugioh is right now. You just run all of the cards together. You slap in like the 10 staples, and then you got a deck, just like old Dupke Dad used to say. Probably nobody knows what I'm talking about, but I do. So, the good news is, we got this Millennium Eyes Faceless Mage, whatever the name is like the new dude, the effect dude, from Legendary Duelist. Well, season 1 at least. I think he might have come out in, yeah, like the original Legendary Duelist set with Pegasus on. I think it was the second one. But this dude is really good because he just endlessly floats, and it's just going to give us some decent defense, which we're going to need here. So I'm going to summon Sonic Bird. Of course, it's going to negate with the Red Eyes. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Demon. But it's fine. I'm sort of glad he did that, because I was just sort of banking on using this dude's effect. But he actually scooped. Connection failed, it says again, but yeah, it wasn't the connection. Yeah, just kill my faceless mage, grab Relinquished, and then steal the dude. It would have done the trick. Okay, anyway, this guy's using Gladiator Beasts. What would you know about that? I want to use Gladiator Beasts because it's been a while. It is one of my favorite sort of decks. 2008, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX peak era, in my opinion. The game was at its peak. Back then, one of its peaks at least. Probably the biggest peak for me. When it comes to... I don't know. I think... Let's just leave it at that. But at least it's the most memorable time to me. Like where Yu-Gi-Oh! Was at its biggest for me. It was the shit. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the shit back then. Anyway, like the only thing in my mind in a way. I mean, I played Pokemon. I had other interests too, but back then, like the Phantom Darkness, the Light of Destruction, the Gladiator's Assault sort of era was the shit, basically. Just two of the best sets. Well, Gladiator's Assault is not one of the greatest sets of all time, but it's a very collectible set too. Let's just say that. So this dude, I mean, he brought out Appaloosa with the Gladiator Beast, which would negate my shit. But I can just do Raigeki. Appaloosa can't do anything about Raigeki, which is fine. I got rid of the other Gladiator Beast for the Kaiju so that I get my free summon. And I make a really annoying misplay here that I just sometimes make. It was by accident. I know what Infinite Impertinence does, but just sometimes you play quickly. You play the card at the wrong sort of column, and now I just lost my +2 basically, my +1 with the Ritual Adder card there. I was going to grab like a Ritual with Pre-Preparation Rites and a Ritual Monster. So it's pretty bad. I mean, I still got the advantage here. Did a lot of damage, and he only has like this defense monster here. Got rid of the back row with MST. But this could have been pretty dangerous. I mean, just making a big misplay like that. I guess it worked out though. So finish this dude off as well. And I think now we're on to the last game with Relinquished. Did pretty okay. Your predictable strategy with the kaijus isn't always going to work out when they get like 4 monsters that negate everything. And you can only basically just get 1 kaiju on their field, if you even see it. As you guys can see, I'm also running the Chaos Emperor Dragon because I am running a few light and of course darkness monsters in this deck. So it's another sort of easy boss summon from the hand, 3k, and you might even be able to make its effect work. I got Battle Fader too. Could be a nice card, but I don't know. I mean, I'm running it in Monarchs, and it's not the same card as it once was. I'm even thinking, is there a point in running it? So I'm thinking, is there even a point in running it in this deck? But I guess if I ever get rid of it, if I ever get rid of one card, it might be it. It's good because it's an allure target. It could save you, I suppose, but things are just so fast these days. Your opponent has so many negates. It's not really going to save you in the battle phase if they can negate it with something. Okay, so here goes. It's Relinquish time once again. Very good. Summon my dude. And it's really just crazy. I'm pretty sure this information is accurate, but this guy is like the oldest card, the oldest ritual, and like the oldest deck that it's still in some form playable from the beginning of the game, like since Magic / Spell Ruler 2002 till today. Like even if you don't run any of the other extra cards, like the extra Relinquish cards, like the fusion stuff, you just run it based on this dude with some new cards, you're basically good to go. It's kind of crazy. And if you want more information, you could always buy my Yu-Gi-Oh book from the 2002-2003 original Yu-Gi-Oh era. I always sort of advertise it for 2 seconds in the beginning of every video. Check it out if you're interested in retro, old school Yu-Gi-Oh. Definitely much more skillful and in ways more fun, I would say, than modern Yu-Gi-Oh right now. But it is what it is. So this dude is fucking me up with the fucking D-Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Managed to acquire this card as well, so I'm going to show you guys an updated D-Hero deck eventually too, with this guy in it as well. Broken as all fuck. So getting rid of it with the kaiju, excellent. And we're gonna summon Relinquished with the Faceless Mage, and I'm gonna steal the kaiju. Now this guy's left with the weak ass draw hand guy. Now, can you do something? It's gonna duster. Okay. But I mean, if he attacks, I'm just gonna bring out the Face of the Mage again, and we can just rinse and repeat. Do this all over again. So he scoops, and that's a GG. I hope you guys enjoyed these matches with Relinquished. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What